We are delighted to present Ryan Leslie on our stage on this show. So let's have a fine welcome for a very fine talent.
Ryan Leslie at the Heineken Inspire event. How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling good.
Today, rather, right? Today, rather. So, what made you team up with Heineken? How'd you get involved with them?
Well, I just like teaming up with brands that are encouraging to my art form. So the fact that they would just support what I was doing in terms of putting me in front of a fun-loving audience is something that I couldn't say no to, you know?
Definitely. They definitely inspire. And speaking of inspire, you really inspire your fans. I mean, I've watched your videos where you really let us see behind the scenes. So what made you want to really put us in the studio with you?
Well, I think that we're in a technology age right now where we have to embrace the different ways that we communicate with our audiences. And so for me, when I was first starting out, I couldn't get on television or radio, and YouTube was that way that I could communicate directly with my audience, and it's proved to be really successful for me.
Definitely. And I've noticed one thing about you is that you really do stay in touch with your fans. You really were kind of a pioneer with reaching out through the internet, you know, with MySpace and stuff like that, and you continue to do it with Twitter and Facebook. How do you feel like that's important to stay involved?
Well, I mean, I think that is very important. I mean, there's a conversation that's going on every day. If you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter, you realize that you can be part of the global conversation. And, I mean, as an artist, there's nothing better than when that global conversation is about me.
Definitely. All right, so we know you're here with Fab, and I want to know, when was the first time you knew you wanted to collaborate with him? Did you have like a vision in your mind for a song or something? Did it just ring Fab?
Yeah, actually the first single I ever had was a record called Used to Be, and we reached out to Fab and he jumped on that record, and we've done a lot of collaborations since, and I'm looking forward to a new one that's about to come out on his EP called You Be Killing Them. And with regards to Fab, I would just have to say that he's just one of the most down-to-earth, coolest brothers to work with. He's really talented, he's really witty, and you know, for me it's all about entertainment, man. So when I listen to his rhymes and I listen to the things that he's talking about, how clever and witty he is, I mean, you see it on Twitter as well. It's just something that entertains me, and I think that's really what has engaged his fan base and will continue to engage his fan base into the future.
Okay, so another question. When did you know you had a hit? The very first time you knew your song would be a hit and everybody would love it, not just you, but everybody.
First time I knew my record would be a hit. Well, I'm really metrics driven, so once the people responded, and this happened with Cassie's record, Me and You, we put it on MySpace, and it started out with just a couple hundred plays, and within a matter of weeks it was at 60,000 plays a day. That's when I knew, because the evidence was there, that we had a hit on our hands.
So it's almost a little backwards. You don't psych yourself into thinking it's a hit until it's actually a hit, right? All right, so is there a song that, like, a first time you played it, you got blisters on your hands, it was like you worked hard at it, that one song that you just, for the very first time, like, it just was killing you to get it?
Well, I would say this, you know, I really like the guitar, and I'd love to spend some more time learning it and getting more proficient at it, but I do remember once in a sound check in a show in Texas that I picked up the guitar for the first time and decided I wanted to play it on stage that night, and yeah, I had a crash course in the tour bus, and I got some blisters from that.
Well, you heard it here first with Ryan Leslie at the Heineken Inspire.